clashes. Arizona Cardinals, Seattle Seahawks, San Francisco 49ers, LA Rams. Always comes down to one possession.
For the visiting Canyon View Jaguars, the defending 5A state champions, they are getting a infusion of talent here tonight. Bird May, a transfer from Paradise Honor. This, AQ, her first game of the season.
Nerves. You hope there are no nerves when it comes to this, but she is an electric talent. Cannot wait to see her play tonight.
Head coach Corey Beal told us, we've been super patient to get her on the field. You guys are in for a treat. For the home team, Verado, their quarterback, Sine Holiday, leading receiver last season, this season playing QB because of an injury to Maya Williams.
Yeah, every time you get somebody that moves from wide receiver to quarterback, you know they have speed, so you got to watch for her to run a lot. She's an incredible wide receiver a year ago. Now move her in to be the biggest playmaker on the field.
Verado 2-1, Canyon View 2-4. Canyon View has had the edge in this series. Verado hopes this is their year. We get it started next.
Hello, everybody, and welcome into the Cardinals Girls Flag Football Game of the Week. I'm Zach Gershman. When the Verado schedule was announced, this matchup against Canyon View was the one that everybody had circled on the calendar, especially team captain Kelsey Zavala. This dates back to last year's game, the first game of the season, when the Vipers fell to the Lady Jags. And while Kelsey is in attendance today, she will not be out on the field. The reason for it is because a little under a month ago, Zavala began treatment for Ewing sarcoma, a soft tissue cancer. And we spoke to her pregame, and she said she's in great spirits as she continues her battle. From our conversations, it's clear her fingerprints are all over the makeup of the team. And yes, Verado will be without one of their top offensive weapons in Zavala, but they hope she's their secret weapon that'll help them get a victory later today. Craig, AQ, back up to you guys.
Honorary captain tonight is Kelsey. Good to see her on the field. Good to see here, period, AQ, considering what she is battling. But as Zach mentioned, in very good spirits, now supporting her teammates.
Absolutely, very inspirational. You see some of the cheerleaders holding pink pom-poms. You got to love to see that. And Craig, that's one of the biggest moons I've ever seen, just staring us right in the face, lighting up this field tonight.
91 degrees at kickoff here. It is a beautiful night for football. Canyon View won the toss, deferring to the second half, so we will see Verado with the football first, and that means it is Sine Holiday, the sophomore quarterback, leading the Verado offense off the top. And a first down on the first play, getting out to past the 20 to the 25-yard line, and a fresh set of downs. Holiday 6 touchdowns, 5 interceptions this season. Throws it underneath. The pass is caught by Bryn Wilkes. Spins away from one, and then the flag pulled at the 35-yard line. Sophomore center, someone that I know, AQ, you'll be paying attention to a lot here tonight.
Absolutely. Love to see a center catching the ball. Short pass seems to be the early game plan. They're just hitting 3-4 yards and trying to get run after catch.
2nd and 5 here for Verado, opening drive of the ball game. Holiday dumps it short, near side. Jayla Sisson, the freshman, gains a couple of yards.
Dink and dunk down the field. Hey, the interesting thing, Craig, they mentioned when we spoke with the coaches this week is the center is almost used like a tight end in the National Football League.
Too bad you could never convince any of your head coaches to have a
don't
pass
get it.
thrown your way.
Yeah, I don't get it.
3rd and 5 here for Verado. Rush 2. Holiday dumps it short, and it's incomplete, just out of the reach of Sisson. And it's 4th down, and if you're head coach Terry Barnes, keep the offense on the field, maybe.
Absolutely. 4th and 2. You get quick pressure right up the middle, causes the fadeaway pass, and she just underthrows it just a little bit.
Well, it looks like they are going to elect to punt this football. Maybe try a little field position here early in this game. Abby Vasquez boots it high, and it is fielded cleanly inside the 30-yard line. Coming around the near side is Ari Richardson. Tries to turn the corner, and a flag pulled and a flag thrown by one of our 3 officials here on the return.
Can't wait to hear what the penalty is. I'm still trying to learn what penalties are in this in flag football, so real curious to hear what this is.
Referee is Arnold Barretts here on this Cardinals girls high school flag football game of the week presented by State Farm, and they pick up the flag. So after discussion, hey, we're going to get this one going at the 40-yard line. First possession, they'll spot it at about the 38 for Canyon View. And starting quarterback for Canyon View is G. Vega, senior signal caller. Her pass is thrown to the near side and caught by Nadia Fonseca. And we will see 2 different quarterbacks here tonight. G. Vega getting the start.
Never thought I would think this would be a physical game, but we've already seen a couple times defensive backs coming up and lowering their shoulder a little bit, letting them know, hey, I'm back here too.
Natalie Lang, the freshman, will get some run in the 2nd quarter. Time to throw, good protection. Now scrambling, gonna keep it herself, close to midfield, and then the flag finally pulled. Gotta like the protection on that play.
Yeah, more physical play right there. As we saw, she comes in off the right edge and almost gets tripped. Could have been a holding call. Not sure what the rules are. Could have been a holding call. I think in the NFL that would have been a holding call or a tripping call. But she finds her way out of it. Looks a little like Kyler Murray. Zigzags off to the right and picks up some yards.
2nd and 11 again. One-man rush. Here's a pass far side. It is caught at the 45 of Verado. And that is going to leave Canyon View with a 5 yards before 1st down.
Throw the ball late out to the flat on the out route. Almost got undercut by Arias for the interception. But the big completion off the right side.
Jada White with her first reception of the game. So 3rd and 6 from the 46. Vega with time. Throws deep, far side, wide open at 30. It is caught by Richardson coming to the mirror side at the 30. 25-20, racing down the sideline, and then stopped just shy of the 10-yard line. Great throw, great catch, and an even better run by the senior running back / wide receiver.
I mean, this is incredible. They line up in basically a punt formation. They are long snapping this back 8-10 yards, just giving themselves an advantage, and they get the ball in the hands of their playmaker, who is dynamic in the open field.
Team captain, head coach Corey Bill, called her dynamic with the ball, especially in space. Pressure, throw far side. It is caught, or is a fit inbound? That might have been close. That is Jada White, and they're going to say it is a catch at the 5-yard line.
Unbelievable right here. She dodges the sack in the backfield, moves to her left, great pocket awareness, throws it out to the right, just short of the goal line now.
From the 5-yard line, opening drive for visiting Canyon View. Here's a quick screen and a touchdown caught by Ari Richardson on the quick slant. No, they're going to wave this one off.
No replay. No replay down the line, or else that ball might have crossed the line. But I don't think we're seeing replay down the line. Ref makes a judgment call just short at the 1-yard line.
Oh, that is an excellent call, an excellent flag pull by Jayla Sisson, just shy of the goal line. So 3rd down here as they tight formation. Vega going to throw, corner of the end zone, and the catch is made for a touchdown. Jada White with the 1-yard reception for the score.
Unbelievable pass. I mean, just dinked and dunked their way down the field. Methodical drive all the way down. She
didn't catch that ball, AQ.
These lines, there's too many lines. This is like pickleball lines on a tennis court.
We'll try again on 4th and goal. Same formation here for Canyon View. Vega with time, throws back corner of the end zone, and it is caught, but out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Not able to get a foot in bounds, and it's a turnover on downs at the 1-yard line. Each team has had a possession, and we are scoreless here in this opening quarter. 6:04 to play. Canyon View 0, Verado 0 here on the Girls High School Flag Football Game of the Week, presented by State Farm. And we are back here after a turnover on downs. Verado with its 2nd possession, pinned deep in their own end. You like the aggressive nature on the part of Canyon View head coach Corey Beal going for it, but unfortunately not able to get the ball in the end zone. So now it is Verado's turn. 2nd possession out of her own end zone. Near the goal line is Sine Holiday throwing deep and just overshoots her intended receiver. Incomplete, looking for Neve Romero, and just a little bit too long.
I mean, what an arm right there. She just threw that from her own goal line. 42 yards. This is unbelievable. What an arm. Just a little bit of an overthrow. Looked a little like Cam Ward most of the game yesterday.
A catcher on the softball team, Holiday is, so that arm, yes, very powerful. Just a little bit too strong on that time. So Verado forced to punt for the 2nd time. Here is Richardson on the return. Far side 40, stays on her feet, eluding defenders, and then finally the flag is pulled. A good return and excellent field position here for Canyon View with its 2nd possession of the game. Now we take a timeout. It is scoreless here in Verado. Cardinals Girls High School Flag Football Game of the Week, presented by State Farm. Welcome back to Verado High School. Our Cardinals Girls High School Flag Football Game of the Week presented by State Farm. Verado and Canyon View scoreless here, middle of the first quarter. Craig Realu, AQ Shipley. We talked in the open about the rivalry between these two schools, separated by just 4 miles. These girls grew up with one another, and there is a lot of respect on both sides, but you know they want this one.
Absolutely. We talked to the coaches the other day, and the coach from Verado said he was watching practice up here from the press booth and could see the other team's lights in their stadium just 4 miles away.
An excellent return by Ari Richardson, and Canyon View is going to have its second possession at the Verado 20-yard line. Got inside the red zone on their previous drive, but could not convert on 4th and goal. Here's a toss, and it is almost intercepted. Getting it in your hands in the passing lane. Great defense by the Lady Vipers, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, they tried to throw it up to Richardson, their playmaker, once again, but she stayed on the ground. She needs to go up and high point the ball. I know that's a big emphasis at the NFL level. Go up and get it. She stayed down. Whenever you stay down, you give the other team a chance to intercept it.
So second down here for Canyon View. G. Vega, the quarterback. Time to throw, eludes the rush. Now scrambling in the pocket, dumps it short. And the pass is caught by Kaylani Tucker for a short gain.
This isn't just flag football. There's some contact. I mean, we're tackling out there. This is unbelievable. I also love, take note of the blockers in the backfield. Looks very similar to a college-type punt formation, and they have to keep their hands behind their back. They're just mirror dodge playing basketball out there.
Trying to be a little bit of an obstacle for whomever rushes. Here's another pass underneath, and it's caught by Richardson. An immediate flag pull, but getting closer to the end zone.
She's incredible. Richardson is unbelievable. I love watching her. She has been dynamic every time she gets her hands on the ball. You can see how smooth of an athlete she is. Every single time she runs a route, she clearly looks like the most athletic player on the field right now.
Second team all-conference performer a year ago. Arizona Cardinals all-star in 2024. Second down here for Canyon View. Snap with time to throw. Vega looking end zone and just incomplete. Looking once again for Ari Richardson. Unable to make the connection.
My eyes are not deceiving me. Clearly, their coaches think she's the most dynamic player on the field, too, because almost every single play so far has been designed to get the ball into her hands.
Third and goal from the 12-yard line here for Canyon View as we near 2 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Vega with time, coming near side throwing, and it is incomplete. This time targeting Nadia Fonseca, the freshman wide receiver, but could not hang on to the football.
Fonseca just runs a go route. She tries to hit her with the back shoulder fade, similar to what Marvin Harrison Jr. did yesterday. Just a little bit behind her. She's got to adjust a little bit quicker.
Had that ball in her hands, and now a field goal attempt for Canyon View. No rush, so you can take your time. Azzy Baker on for a 29-yard field goal. It is up, and it is good.
Kick is good. There's no rush. Yeah, there's no rush, so there's no time limit back there. I mean, she was taking her good old time. She waited until she was completely comfortable with that, and she just hooked it just inside the left upright.
Yeah, great replay right there. Great look on just how close that was. So inside the red zone, can't get a touchdown, but at least Canyon View comes away with points on its second possession of the game. So now Verado, what do they do for an answer? Holiday looking, dumps it short. Catch is made by Allison Rospierski. Crosses the 20, and that is where she is stopped after a 6-yard gain.
Richardson, who we keep talking about on the offensive side of the ball, playing defense right there. Out in the flat, she tries to make a play on the ball, but you gotta make sure you grab the flag instead of the ball.
So a fresh set of downs here for Verado. Holiday looking, throws over the middle, and the ball is incomplete. Looking, it appeared for Rospierski, but right through her hands as we play under a minute to go here in this first quarter.
The Verado Vipers got to get rolling right now. A little uncomfortable in the pocket so far. The rush is starting to get to her a little bit. She's keeping her eyes down. She's winging it. She's just throwing it over the middle, hoping for a prayer right now.
Second down. Here comes the rush, and it's picked up, and a quick toss underneath and a quick flag pull. Rospierski this time makes the catch, but a short gain, and you got to get that ball out quick.
Well, they have to because of the difference in philosophies. When you take a look at Canyon View, they're keeping 2 people back in the backfield, and you're getting more protection. So they are focusing mostly on protection, giving their quarterback time. They're only keeping 1 back for the Verado Vipers, and she doesn't have as much time. So now she has to get rid of the ball very, very quickly. That's why everything is short passes.
We have played 12 minutes here at Verado High School. It is visiting Canyon View with the 3-0 lead after the first quarter. This is the Cardinals Girls High School Flag Football Game of the Week.
Welcome back into the Cardinals Girls Flag Football Game of the Week for the start of the second quarter. Canyon View up 3-0. These two schools, Canyon View and Verado, are nestled in between the White Tank Mountains here in the West Valley, and these two schools are only 4 miles apart from each other. When we talked to Canyon View coach Corey Beal, he said that this is a rivalry that's not centered around bitterness, but rather the sisterhood that these two teams share and throughout the entire school district. And over the summer, he said he had an epiphany. Maybe we do some trophy of some sorts that we could give away. So AQ, I'm not sure if it's the land grant trophy that the winner of Penn State, Michigan State gets, but I'm sure it'll be a good one.
It should be the land grant trophy. That was the only trophy I ever played for in a regular season. Every other school has about 3 or 4 they play for.
As we welcome you back here, start of the second quarter, and it begins with a 3rd down incompletion for Verado, setting up now 4th down for the visiting Vipers. And on 4th and 17 from their own 23-yard line, they back to punt this one away. Yeah, the trophy, if they can figure it out, I think would be an excellent addition to this rivalry. As the punt ball is bounced around, picked up at the 43-yard line. Coming to the near side is Richardson, and staying inbounds, crossing midfield and getting close to the 40-yard line of Verado. So once again, some great field position for Canyon View. That is a live football, and Richardson smart to pick it up.
Heads up play by Richardson once again. She seems to be the player of the game so far. Picks it up, recognizes that she can get to the corner, runs around the corner, has the wall set up, and gets down the sideline and gets some good yardage.
Head coach Corey Beal, you see there, pleased with what he has seen so far. His team up 3-0. A 29-yard field goal, the only score of the game, and now we do see freshman quarterback Natalie Lang running the offense for Canyon View, and her first pass attempt is nearly intercepted.
Almost intercepted is exactly right, Craig. I got to talk about the backdrop. I mean, this moon, these mountains, the lights on this field, turf field, beautiful field, great uniforms. What a night.
It does pop, not only on television, but here in person as well. Second down, pass play again. This to the near side. This one is caught. First completion for the freshman Lang, and this is a catch by Jada White with her second reception of the game.
Jada White just runs a stop route right here, and quarterback recognizes off coverage, sees it, just throws it out there. Easy pitch and catch for a big gain.
Sisson with another flag pull. Got to get to the 20-yard line. Lang with time, pump fakes, now throws deep left side. Richardson has it come off her hand and out of bounds. Incomplete, but it is clear no matter who's quarterbacking Canyon View, they are looking at number 4.
No question about it. Ari Richardson has been fantastic. She seems to be the focal point, and right there, really cool watching how every team is using their different philosophies. It's dink and dunk on the other side. They're almost going 3 people stacked in a row for Canyon View as they have a short route, a middle route, and a long route. And it's incredible how they're all in line with one another.
Fourth down, need to get to the 20-yard line. Lang with pressure. She'll run up the middle, 25, and the flag is pulled before she gets to the 20. Nowhere to go with the football. Tried to get the first down herself. Unfortunately, did not. Great defense by Verado as they forced a turnover on downs.
Love the aggressive call. Don't want to come out here and watch punts and field goals. I want to watch touchdowns. And right there on fourth down, they stay aggressive, and they almost go with a quarterback draw. They think they got Kyler Murray back there, zigging and zagging up the middle, almost get the first down, but stop short on fourth down, turnover.
Putting the ball in the hands of your quarterback, in this case, a freshman quarterback. She gets the start here in the second quarter after G. Vega started the game. Head coach Corey Beal trying to figure out who his QB1 is going to be the rest of the season. Now Verado, deep pass. That ball looked like it got deflected, and it's picked off. Intercepted by Canyon View's Jada White. Ball up in the air, and she goes and gets it.
What an interception. Over top of her shoulder. She literally looked like a shortstop on a blooper fly ball out to left field. Goes over the shoulder, Willie Mays style, makes the over-the-shoulder interception. Incredible play.
Good pressure by the Canyon View defense, and that ball picked off by Jada White. And again, Canyon View beginning a drive inside Verado territory. Lang will fire left side. The ball a little bit high and through the hands of Nadia Fonseca.
Definitely a high ball there, Craig.
Yes.
And we're seeing a little bit of that because, listen, it is tough to throw a football. It really is. And when you have small hands, which most of these girls have smaller hands right now, it's tough to get a good grip. So you're letting it roll off that pinky, and sometimes it soars a little bit.
2nd and 11. Throw underneath. Richardson makes one person miss at the 25. Then the flag pulled shy of the 20. Great elusiveness by Richardson.
I mean, Richardson might be one of my favorite players, not only in the NFL, but in high school women's flag football. This is unbelievable. She's dropping a knee, toe dragging as she's making her juke. She looks like a young David Johnson out there.
Wow, good comparison. I like it. 3rd down. Looking for Richardson again. Past the first down stick, and that is a fresh set of downs here for Canyon View after the gain of 4, putting the ball 1st and goal near the 19-yard line.
Surprise, surprise. Who do we go back to? Richardson again. She is electric. She's dynamic. She's running good routes. When she gets the ball in her hand, she's making moves that I haven't seen anyone else on this field be able to make. So I'm just going to keep watching her because I bet the ball's going to go to her again.
Team's leading receiver came in with 30 catches for over 400 yards, adding to that total here tonight. On 1st and goal, Lang looking, end zone, ball up in the air and incomplete. Looking for Fonseca, ball thrown up, and no one could come down with it.
Fonseca went up and tried to high point the ball. She does, almost intercepted, but it goes over top of the defender. I think the defender misjudged it just a little bit, goes over the outstretched hand, and Fonseca almost comes down with it, but almost doesn't count in flag football.
Madison Kessel with the good defense blocking the view of the intended receiver. 2nd and goal. With time, now pressured. Throws over the middle, incomplete. Feeling the heat, trying to get it to Kaylani Tucker. And now Canyon View is staring at a third and goal.
Could have been a sack right there, Craig. I mean, it was bang bang type of play. That flag got pulled off simultaneous basically as she starts to throw the ball, but causing pressure made her a little uneasy back there, causes the incompletion.
Verado consistently rushing two. Canyon View, tight formation. Throw over the middle, and it's incomplete. Looking for Richardson, but credit the Verado defense. Abby Vasquez getting her hand in there, knocking that ball loose.
What a play by Kessel. Two big plays so far. She's the one with the outstretched hand on the throw to the end zone earlier, and then that play right there, the throw over the middle to Richardson, their best player. Strong hands. Nope, she comes in and knocks it away.
So another field goal opportunity here for Canyon View. Nazi Baker already made a 29-yard attempt earlier in the game. This from 35 yards. It is up, and it is no good. Short on the field goal attempt, so our score remains Canyon View 3, Verado nothing here on the Cardinals Girls High School Flag Football Game of the Week, presented by State Farm.
Welcome back into the Cardinals Girls Flag Football Game of the Week. Zach Gershman here on the Verado sidelines, but if I'm looking across to the field, number 4, Ari Richardson, has definitely stood out. You guys have mentioned her all throughout the broadcast, but we were talking with Coach Corey Beal earlier on in the day, and I asked him, I was looking through the team's Instagram account, Ari Richardson began her football journey playing padded football. So AQ, you talk about that physicality that you've been able to see so far. Maybe that's where it stemmed from that young age, being willing to put the pads on, being willing to put the helmet on. And so far, even though the helmet's not on, she's still developing and balling out on the field.
Plays very aggressive, does Ari Richardson, and it certainly shows here on the field as we've got a false start against the Verado offense.
That's incredible that she played padded football. I love that. I can't wait to get my 7-year-old in padded football. Here we go, Skylar. Let's go.
Start them young, start them early. Offensive line, defensive line, QB, wide receiver. What do you think for your girl?
I mean, she's a toothpick, so I hope we can put her on the edge somewhere.
After the penalty from the 14-yard line, Holiday pressure, gets it off, far side, wide open, caught at the 35-yard line, and it's going to be a foot race. Crossing midfield to the 40, near side, and the ball comes loose. That's a fumble, but the play is dead at that spot. Navarra Romero with the good catch and run.
What a catch, what a throw. Gets behind the defense, and it becomes a foot race. I love the move of her trying to put the foot on the brake and come back across the field. Not able to do it, but there is no fumbles in flag football, so it's just a dead ball. What a big play by her.
And the first big play for Verado offensively. And now inside Canyon View territory, trailing here in the second quarter 3-0. From the 35-yard line, a little misdirection run play, and it's Romero again, this time running with the football on the fly sweep, and she gains a couple yards.
Let's get Romero a couple touches right in a row. The big play down the field, and then let's run the zone read. Don't be surprised if you see a halfback pass out of that, Craig. It's coming. I know it. I know the way this works.
Predicting a future play in the game. We'll keep an eye on that. Gain of 1 on the run play. You don't see a lot of run plays in girls flag football, but every now and again. Here's Holiday to throw, dumps it short, and it's incomplete. Sisson looked like she wanted to run before she had secured the football.
Yeah, they had Sisson right out the gate, and she had a lot of room to run. Right there, they run a little clear out. All the receivers on the right go up and in, and as they go up and in, takes the defenders. And here she comes going from in to out, wide open, ton of space, just can't make the catch.
So a third down now here for Verado after the big catch and run by Romero. See if Verado can't capitalize on this drive. High snap, Holiday pulls it down, going deep, far side, receiver in the area, and the ball is incomplete. Almost looked like it was maybe more intended for Canyon View's Fonseca instead of Rospierski. And there is a penalty in the backfield. As you get a look at the replay, but meanwhile in the backfield, looked like it was a penalty against Verado.
What was the call, ref? They ever give it to us? I didn't see a holding call.
Might have been a holding call as they back up the sticks.
Let's go, Vipers! Come on, Verado!
Oh, you know what I think it was? I think it was the defensive back getting ready to make the interception, and as she was getting ready to make the interception, pass interference on the offense to cause
push off.
Yeah.
So the penalty pushes the football all the way back to the 39-yard line. And they're going to decline the penalty. So fourth down.
Yeah, you could see Fonseca was clearly right in position, hands up, get ready to make that interception. And you cannot interfere and do what they do in the NFL, and that's go out and make a play on the ball or make a play on the defender so that you don't get the interception. Clearly, that's a penalty in flag football.
And now some discussion perhaps on where the ball should be placed, because the penalty was declined. So it's fourth down, yet they still put the football back at the 39-yard line. And I don't think head coach Terry Barnes is too happy with that as he calls a timeout here with 3:24 to play in this first half. If you're Verado here, you're trailing by a field goal, but this is a possession that you began and you deep in your own end. You had that big pass play, and now all of a sudden, a couple of more deep shots, but you haven't been able to move the chains to get closer perhaps to that goal line.
It's been very intriguing for me to watch, Craig, because I have not spent a lot of time watching flag football. And as I'm watching this, ton of strategies going into this. This isn't just, hey, let's go out and play flag football and throw it around and let's draw plays up in the dirt. No, there is legitimate coverages. I just watched them run a New Orleans Saints coverage right there. They had the safeties deep, and then they inverted the safeties down, and then the corners on the outside went back. That's called two invert. And it's sophisticated stuff out here. Right here, after the big play to Romero, you need to get points out of it. You need to see points. So all we would like to see right now, if you are the Verado Vipers, is, hey, let's get down there and give ourselves a chance. Let's give ourselves a chance. And how do we do that? We throw the ball deep if they go for it.
It is fourth right now and 14 as the ball is at the 39-yard line. Long discussion by Verado head coach Terry Barnes with referee Arnold Barretts. And, of course, those conversations, well, typically coaches don't win those discussions. So on fourth down, Verado looks like it is going to punt the football here, or they're going to go for it. I think they're going to try to go for it here, even though they got to go 14 yards for a first down. Holiday going to wind up, throw it deep. Right side, the ball is incomplete, and that is one that they are going to want to have back in and out of the hands of Jayla Sisson.
They had it. They had everything they wanted. They have the deep ball. What a pass. What a deep ball. Just gave her receiver a chance to come back and make a play on the ball. And she comes back, and Sisson just dropped it. Couldn't reel in the catch. That was such a good play on 4th and long.
Looked like Fonseca might have gotten her hand in there as well. But that is one that hopefully does not come back to haunt this Verado Viper team. So with 3:05 to go, it is Canyon View football at the... Okay, hold on one second. Do they call that a catch? Okay, the conversation here in the press box is that that was a completed pass. Let's go to Zach Gershman down on the sideline.
They did call it a completion down on the field. It seemed like the officials had a conversation and they ended up changing their mind. It was a little bit confusing, but the Verado sideline, it was like a roller coaster of emotion. They got all excited thinking it was a catch. They ruled it an incompletion, and then they overturned it, and now Verado is knocking on the door of trying to get on the scoreboard.
Well, we saw the replay about 2 or 3 times. That's a quite interesting call, but you know what they call that, Zach? They call that, first of all, that's a touchdown. But that was a heck of a makeup call on the play before where they called the 15-yard penalty. You could clearly see the Verado coaches were upset about the penalty call moving back, and then that's a makeup call to get that, and then you get the huge touchdown on the run. What?
QB Sine Holiday on the quarterback draw, but they're going to say not into the end zone, but just shy of the goal line, inside the 5-yard line, as that flag was pulled right at about the 5-yard line. So 1st and goal here. They'll run it again. Holiday up the middle, loses the football, but did she get across the goal line? She did. A 5-yard touchdown run by Sine Holiday.
I mean, QB draw for the win. They have been watching Kyler Murray in this Arizona Cardinals offense over the years, because that is exactly what they called right there. There's a little huddle up right now. These referees need to figure it out. They need to make calls more a little distinct right now, because right now they're starting to lose. They're starting to lose the focus of the players and the coaches. They don't know what's going on. They're doing something. They're huddling up. Is there a fumble before he scores or she scores the touchdown? That is the question right now. The question is, did she fumble it before? And if so, it's not a fumble into the end zone, right? It's just a dead ball short of the goal line. Let's see what they call.
Terry Barnes says touchdown. What does referee Arnold Barretts say here on this call late 2nd quarter? Are they going to say an illegal forward pass against Verado, as she tried to stretch the football out, and as she got close to the goal line, she lost the football, and it gets caught by Bailey Smalls. Wow. Terry Barnes unhappy, to say the least.
I just saw a replay of the Jacksonville Jaguars versus Kansas City Chiefs. Trevor Lawrence did that too. He got past the line of scrimmage and threw it, and they just called a penalty on them shortly before this. So you're not the only one doing that today.
Girls flag football mirroring the NFL here. So no touchdown. Not even going to get credit for the run. So 3rd and goal here, as Holiday is going to throw it wide open in the flat. It is caught. It is a touchdown by Nava Romero. This one stands.
Well, finally, we got one right here. Romero with the little flat route, nobody out in coverage. Perfect pass, catches it with her hands. She's a dynamic player. When you look at the notes on her, leads team in receiving yards. She's one of our leaders. Couple touchdowns. This is the girl that continues to make plays for the Verado Vipers.
Taking advantage of the long pass play earlier in the drive and the run by Holiday, and it's Romero who finished it off with a 5-yard touchdown catch to give Verado its first lead of the game here with 1:52 to go in quarter number 2.
Quick pressure up the middle, spots Romero, late to coverage out in the flat. Easy pass, easy catch. Touchdown, take the lead. Home team Verado Vipers on top, 7-3.
How about Holiday dropping that shoulder a little bit on the throw to make sure she got it around the defender?
Yeah, all about arm angles, creating arm angles.
Canyon View football, 3 timeouts, 1:55 to work. And the pass by Lang is caught for a completion to Fonseca. Clock will move once they spot it.
Clock stops on first down, under 2 minutes. Still got plenty of time right now.
From the 21-yard line, pass over the middle. It is caught. Crossing the 30 to about the 31-yard line is Ryan Ast. First time we've called her name here tonight.
Heard a lot about Ryan Ast. She is getting recruited heavily for track. Division I track scholarship offers across the board. Has not made a decision, but good to see her make her first catch.
From the 32-yard line, again throwing under the middle to Richardson, and the quick flag pull at about the 38-yard line. Clock moving again. Canyon View does have all 3 of its timeouts.
Canyon View's dominated most of the first half, but all of a sudden they find themselves behind. How will they respond? They have to put together a little 2-minute drive right here at the end of the first half.
Natalie Lang, quarterback, looking with time, throws over the middle. The ball is caught by Ast at the 45-yard line. There they're going to say, well, the far side official signal looked like it was incomplete, but they're going to spot the ball at the 45-yard line, maybe just signaling first down. And it is a first down at the 45-yard line with 55 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Ryan Ast is your center. Again, we talked about this. She is utilized as a tight end and just sets up over top of the center, and they keep throwing it to her.
Coming to the near side, the pass is caught at midfield by Jada White. Coming all the way to the far side of the field. Clock moving, and now a timeout is going to be called by Canyon View. That is their first. They've got 2 left here. A little bit more sense of urgency for Canyon View with a couple of timeouts and 40 seconds. And can you get into field goal range for Nazi Baker, or maybe take a couple of shots and get into the end zone?
Yeah, 40 seconds left. There's still plenty of time. We talk about this all the time. That is an eternity, especially in flag football, because you can throw this deep ball. They got an absolute stud in Richardson that they can throw the ball up to and let her just go make a play, right? That's your Marvin Harrison Jr. out there. I keep making these innuendos back to the Cardinals because that's the team I follow. But that is the one you want to find. You got to open up the center like they've been doing. Ryan Ast down the middle of the field. That's your speedster, right? But she keeps creating a soft spot in the zone. They find her in the middle, and then guess what? Boom, we hit the deep ball.
And doing it right now with a freshman quarterback running the offense here in quarter number 2. Ball at the 49-yard line, 2nd and 11 here for Canyon View inside of a minute. Here's the rush. Lang, quick toss, Richardson, and the flag pulled at the 46-yard line. And it's going to be 4th down. Clock stops with 30 seconds.
Hit Richardson once again. They got to keep going because this clock is winding now. No first down. Clock is winding.
Need to get to the 40, but right now it's all about clock management. Lang shifts to the left, throws back right, and the pass is caught by White at the 30-yard line. Wow, what a catch in traffic by Jada White.
What a catch is right. She didn't have anything to the left. She comes back to the right, finds Jada White. She goes up, high points. Not only does she do that, she uses her hip. She knocks one person down. She knocks 2 person down. She steps over top of her. I mean, what a play.
So 13 seconds here, and they wind the clock. Canyon View does have still 2 timeouts. Here's a pass over the middle, jump ball. The ball is caught at the 15-yard line, 10-5, slips into the end zone. Touchdown, Ari Richardson. Wow.
Wow is right. Can we talk about electricity? Unbelievable drive. Starts all the way back in your own zone. Dink, dunk, over the middle. Hit the slant, cross the field. And then we hit the big play to Richardson. We hit another one, and she just dodges every single person along her way to high step into the end zone.
1 second remaining on the clock. An excellent 2-minute drive by Canyon View.
precision.
And now the PAT. Kick is on its way, and it is good. And Canyon View takes a 10-7 lead here with 1 second remaining in the first half. Still, they've got 2 timeouts left. Wow.
I mean, Craig, how about this touchdown? Let's take a look at this replay. She goes up one hand, basically. One hand. I mean, let's not worry about ball security because what a catch. Just carry that thing, palm it out in front. Dodge this person, dodge that person, high step down the sideline, drag the toe, avoid the flag by getting her hips out. I mean, that was unbelievable. What a play.
An excellent way to end the first half. And keep in mind, Canyon View won the toss. They will get the football to begin the second half. You score going into the locker room. Can you double up and score coming out of the locker room if you're Canyon View head coach Corey Beal? Earlier in the game, a field goal. Late in the first half, a touchdown drive by freshman Natalie Lang, hooking up with senior Ari Richardson for the touchdown. Catch made at the 15-yard line, then Richardson took it the rest of the way, eluding multiple defenders before she found the end zone. Very, very impressive for visiting Canyon View, who last week beat La Jolla Community 48-0, looking for their second straight win here this season. Let's go down to the field. Zach Gershman standing by with Coach Corey Beal.
Coach, you just said that you should go grab a water. I think Ari Richardson needs a water bottle because of the way that she just blew off there on that one play.
Zach, tonight I'll share. I was yelling and screaming down the sideline, but with Ari, I mean, you have to feel pretty confident. Anytime the ball's in her hands, you're going to probably yell and scream for one way or for one reason or another.
What does scoring a touchdown with only a second on the clock do as you guys get set to go into the second half?
You know, this is not new territory for us. What's new is having the quarterbacks that we have. So I think that I can't imagine it was anything more than give them a little confidence boost, get them to believe that they can do this. That's the real essence of where we're at as a program, is convincing these two girls that they can do this, and they just showed they could.
Coach, best of luck in the second half.
Thank you,
More
appreciate
to
it.
go in Cardinals Girls Flag Football Game of the Week in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody, to the Cardinals Girls Flag Football Game of the Week. I'm Zach Gershman, Canyon View, holding a 3-point lead with the Ari Richardson touchdown right before the half. And when you were watching the Cardinals game over the weekend, you may have noticed a colorful design in the end zone, and that's because the NFL all across the league is celebrating the Crucial Catch Initiative with the goal of detecting and intercepting cancer early. The Cardinals have heavily been involved with it, and recently they just held a paint and sip event earlier in the year because they wanted to bring all the survivors together, and they wanted to bring some of the coolest guys on the team, bring the specialists for the special event. So watch here for the paint and sip event.
I'm dialed. Turn the dial, lock it in. I'm ready to go. Mrs. Ryland, 7th grade art. We know our principles of art over here.
I'm already cooked.
Blake's painting looks like my thumb.
Hear what Chad says. Why is Chad's thumb is ugly, huh?
I think you're doing so good. I love your effort level. It's awesome.
I don't like your fake enthusiasm. Don't care for it.
I was just trying to get the instructor to show me our next step on my portrait. That's what it is. So if that's cheating, then
Oh, that was definitely the right coaching move. Thank you guys so much. I was so lost and now I'm found.
Go look at Chad's. It doesn't even have any of the
Come on down here.
It's just purple.
Art is whatever you want it to be. I'm not chasing this sky. I'm chasing my own dark monsoon sky. Hence why the mountain's dark. This is more of like that evening sunset type of scene. Why be like everyone else when you can make a one-of-one? I did initially think Blake's painting looked like my left thumb, but since he shaded it in with the full color palette in front of him, I think the thumb sort of fizzled out, and now I see the mountain with a sunset and beautiful colors. All done. Peace out.
Real favorites, lock her up.
Blake Gillikin, Chad Ryland, and the rest of the Cardinals will look to get back in the win column against the Colts, but that's for later down the line. We have the first half highlights and the second half on deck right here on the annual the weekly Cardinals Girls Flag Football Game of the Week.
10-7, our halftime score here at Verado High School in Buckeye as we say welcome back. Craig Rayolu, AQ Shipley, an entertaining first half of action here, a back and forth affair between these two rivals. It was Verado striking first as far as the touchdowns were concerned. 5-yard toss to Neva Romero, and then a great answer by Canyon View, led by freshman quarterback Natalie Lang. Ari Richardson with the catch of the 15 and eluding defenders into the end zone for the go-ahead score. A great 2-minute drill by Canyon View going into the locker room.
Masterful 2-minute drill to end the half to score with 1 second left. I mean, it was absolutely precision all the way down the field, methodical. They knew exactly what they were doing, and they knew when they needed it, they had to get the ball in the hands of their stud playmaker, Richardson, and she does what she does and makes everyone miss en route to the touchdown.
You get a look there at Verado quarterback Sine Holiday, but it is going to be Canyon View that begins the second half. They won the toss, deferred to the second half, so they get the ball after scoring a touchdown going into the locker room. And Canyon View, as we were told earlier in the day, going to switch quarterbacks. And senior G. Vega gets the start here in the third quarter. First play, short dump off, and it is caught and immediately flag pulled, and darn near everything else pulled as well. And that is a catch of only about 1 yard, though. The pressure was coming, and Vega got rid of it.
Short throw to Kaylani Tucker. And again, I'm amazed at the physicality. We're lowering shoulders and we're running people over.
Second down and call it a long 4. Vega eludes the pressure. She'll run. Middle of the field, tries to get that first down marker, and she crosses the 20, and that is a first down.
Nobody downfield. She sees it right away. As soon as she sees it, again, you got 2 blockers in the backfield. All they have to do is shield off. She rolls left, she rolls right, zigzag up the middle, departs like the Red Sea.
Fresh set of downs, remember, in girls flag football, you got 4 downs to get 20 yards. The 20, 40, 40, 20 on the other side. Vega, nowhere to go, and she gets sacked, tripped up at the line of scrimmage, and that will go as maybe a half-yard gain, so officially a run play for the senior quarterback.
Yeah, she had a ton of time, but great coverage downfield, and she does not have eyes in the back of her head. She started to feel the pressure, the footsteps coming from behind. As she does that, a little too late, and she gets her flag pulled from behind.
Lakeisha Guzman with the tackle on the play. Second down. And here's a run play in the backfield to Richardson. A little handoff, and that goes nowhere, and it's a loss on the play.
Great play. Staying home on the weak side defensive end as they hand the ball off. They're trying to get an end around to their playmaker. Richardson out in space, hand it off to her, let her run. Stays home, up the field, grabs the flag for a tackle for loss.
Loss back to the 16-yard line, third down. Vega with time to throw, winds up, throws deep near side. Richardson jumps up and cannot come down with it. She had it in her hand in traffic, but could not complete the process of the catch.
What a defensive play. Rolls out to the right. Again, you saw all of them run downfield, and Richardson goes up, tries to hide. I mean, we're talking some physical football.
Yeah,
out
she
here.
got grabbed around the neck.
3 guys just literally go up and grab her around the neck, throw her down. Can't believe, well, yeah.
Well said. 4th and long for Canyon View, and they will punt this one away as they are deep in their own end. But you like the effort that Aria Richardson gave and nearly came down with a spectacular catch between multiple defenders. And now Richardson to punt this one away. It is fielded cleanly, and coming back the other way for Verado is Madison Kessel. And excellent field position here for Verado. But first, a timeout. Canyon View leads 10-7 here in the third quarter.
It took time for Terry Barnes to get the girls' flag program running at Verado. Barnes, a school security guard, walked around the school and handed flyers with tryout information, trying to get anybody to join. In comes Allison Rospierski. She's the only player on the team who has been a 4-year starter since the program's inception. Coach Barnes said she has been committed since day one and does it all for the Vipers. She's a safety, one of their top receivers, and Craig was ranked one of the top 10 kickers in the state, a courtesy of AZ Republic.
A very impressive leg. 34-yard career long, 37 has hit in practice. Might have been good from 40 according to Coach Barnes. Here's Holiday on the pass over across the middle, incomplete. Good defense by Canyon View's Jada White, knocking that pass away from Romero. 4th year for Verado, and last season 12-5, lost in the quarterfinals. Rebuilding a little bit because of injuries this season, but right now trailing AQ 10-7 here in the 3rd quarter.
What moxie by Sine Holiday right there. They do not keep 2 people in the backfield as blockers, only 1. So there's always pressure. She does the pump fake, gets him to bite, goes up underneath, steps up in the pocket.
Here comes the pressure again, and there's a sack coming into the backfield. Wow, that was quick. Drena Cabrera, her 5th sack of the season. That leads the team.
Well, just as I said, the moxie that she has as she steps up in the pocket. Well, right there, I mean, she had no chance right there as the sack happens in less than a second off the edge.
Looking like Josh Sweat there coming across into the backfield. 3rd and long now for Verado. They'll dump it short, and the pass is caught, and it's completed to Romero. Getting some yards, maybe a manageable 4th down here for Verado.
They made an adjustment. I like that. They saw the other team keeping 2 in the backfield. Right there, they keep 2. Not under pressure, able to complete the pass. Just step up. Nice, easy pitch and catch, like 7-on-7 out there.
So 4th and long for Verado. Remember, they need to get to the 20-yard line to keep the drive going. Holiday with time, steps up. She's going to run. Eludes 1 defender, a second, and then the flag pulled at the 25-yard line, and that is going to be short of a 1st down. Turnover on downs by Verado.
Valiant effort right there. She feels a little bit of pressure. Again, they kept 2 in the backfield, gave her enough time, enough pressure, good coverage downfield. She recognizes that and says, hey, I can just run this myself. Does a great job to avoid the first, but cannot get all the way for the 1st down.
So quarterbacking Canyon View, Natalie Lang, the freshman who led the touchdown drive to end the 1st half. 2nd possession now for Canyon View. Slide in the pocket to the near side, and she'll run. Now throw it, and it's caught by White at the 35-36 yard line, and a flag thrown by the referee. And I think Lang might have been across the line of scrimmage when she got rid of that football.
You nailed it, Craig. Definitely across the line. Clearly about 3 or 4 yards ahead.
Now referee again, Arnold Barretts. And sometimes you lose sight of where that line of scrimmage is, and she just kept running and running and threw it.
Yep, exactly as I thought. 3 yards down past the line of scrimmage. Cannot do that. Got to stay behind. She wanted to run it, and at the last second decided to, but at that point she had already crossed the line of scrimmage.
It's a costly penalty, not only yardage, but a loss of down. So 2nd down here for Canyon View as we play here under 7 minutes in this 3rd quarter. Visiting Canyon View with a 10-7 lead here on this Cardinals Girls High School Flag Football Game of the Week, presented by State Farm. Lang feels the heat, dumps it short, and it's incomplete. Blockers in front. She tried to kind of touch toss to Odom, who I don't think was ready for that football.
Yeah, there's pressure immediately. Again, they cannot use their hands, and once you open your hips, it's very similar to offensive line play in tackle football. You cannot open your hips. Once you open your hips, you give a short edge. That's exactly what happened right there, and she splits the 2 blockers in the backfield to create the pressure.
Guzman forcing that incompletion, setting up 3rd and long. Looking to wind up, throwing deep, near side, jump ball, incomplete. Looking for Ryan Ast, and that was thrown into coverage on 3rd down.
Ryan asked the speedster. They send her on a all the way across. They call that a drag route, all the way across deep. It's about 20 yards downfield. They put too much air on it and allowed the defense to catch up to it, and it is knocked away.
Ryan never played girls flag football before this season. A track and field athlete, an excellent track and field athlete. D1 offers, but playing some girls flag football here her senior year. Here's the punt, and it's returned by Verado. That is Lakeisha Guzman. Oh, excuse me, that is Nia Arias, the freshman. Once again, Verado with excellent starting field position.
Great field position. You only got to go, looks like 35 yards. And when you only got to go 35 yards and you got Richardson on your team, you got a great chance. But Verado does not have anybody that has taken over like Richardson. Their closest thing has been Romero. So you got to find a way to get the ball in her hands.
From the 35-yard line, 1st and 15. Holiday steps up in the pocket, throwing near side, and it's going to be, almost intercepted. Great read by Kaylani Tucker, stepping into the passing lane and nearly had the pick.
Great read by Kaylani Tucker. She sees the eyes of the quarterback, and they are throwing the deep route down the left side. She sees it. Again, this is a 24 Arizona Cardinals all-star, first-team all-conference, 12 interceptions, 6 TDs. She's an absolute stud, reads it, and breaks on the ball like Buda Baker.
Looking for Bailey Smalls, pass incomplete. 2nd down. Holiday will throw it, and it's batted back into her arms and caught. And gaining about 4 yards on the play, but that pass attempt hit the face of Cami Valencia and right into the arms of Holiday. Smart play on Holiday's part.
What a play by Sine Holiday. She sees it, throws it into the face of the defender. Not sure that was meant on purpose. Don't think it was. Comes right back to her, right up the middle for a positive gain.
Holiday then throws it underneath. Paul is caught by Smalls this time at the 25-yard line. The flag is immediately pulled, and that's where they'll mark it at the 25. So 4th and short.
That was a good-looking play. Smalls over the middle, found her immediately, and get the ball right to her over top of the center. Make a play. She makes one person miss, and then they finally get the flag.
Verado turned it over on downs earlier in the quarter when they were deep inside Canyon View territory. And now staring at a 4th and 5, ball spotted middle of the field. 4 receivers go. Holiday throws, and it's incomplete. Stepping into the passing lane for the pass defense, Ryan Ast with a huge defensive play.
Big play by Ryan Ast. I love the fact that they tried to get them to jump off sides. You saw the hard count. You saw her faking the clap, stomping the foot, trying to get them to jump off sides. Did not. Maybe got a little too cute worrying about that instead of worrying about the play that was going to get you the first down.
So we'll see what Canyon View does here on its 3rd possession of the quarter. Freshman quarterback Natalie Lang throws across the middle. The pass is caught past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Ryan Ast playing a little offense after a good defensive play.
Yeah, Ryan Ast is starting to come alive. She started to come alive on the last drive before the first half ended. On the big touchdown before the first half ended, she made a ton of plays on that drive, and now she's making her name early in the second half.
2nd and 6, Lang with time. And Ryan Ast again, this time close to that first down marker, and they're going to give her the first down at the 40-yard line, but there is a penalty flag in the backfield. And a false start penalty called against Canyon View.
What is a false start in flag football? Well, somebody had to be moving in the backfield. That's what it had to be, if you're wondering, because there is no offensive lineman up front. There's nobody really up front as a center that's really going to snap the ball early, so it had to be somebody in the backfield. That's what had to happen on that play right there.
Jumping, flinching, excited because they had some positive momentum in the previous play, but now this will set them back and make it even longer here on 2nd down. Of course, you never got called for a false start ever, right?
Well, it's tough as the center. It is tough. Just blame it
Nothing's
on
going to
everyone
happen
else.
until you get to snap the ball. Here's pressure by Lang. She gets it off, but it's incomplete through the hands of Tucker. And she wants that one back.
There was plenty of times where I didn't snap it on time and the entire offensive line jumped. But
Not
guess
your
what?
fault.
Wasn't my fault. Penalty was not on me.
So that was one of those calls where it was false start, everyone but the center.
Bingo.
Okay,
That's exactly right.
Yes. Canyon View with the lead, 10-7, third down. Lang surveying the field. Steps up to her right, looking, now backpedals. Still with it, winds up, throws deep. Receiver in the area, and Jada White lost track of it and falls incomplete.
Really cool play by Lang right there. She kind of looked like Kyler Murray right there. Letting her dodge around, move around in the backfield, dodge one person, live to fight another day. Yep, she does not try and live to fight another day. She tries to do exactly what Kyler does, and that's make a play. Once she makes the first person avoid right there, she sees, keeps her eyes downfield, tries to throw it to her playmaker, but just overthrows her a little bit deep.
So unable to connect with her receiver. And now Richardson to punt this one away. It bounces at the 45-yard line and takes a good Canyon View bounce. It is picked up by Verrado's Jayla Sisson. And Verado will have the football for the third time here tonight. Next week, our next game here on the Cardinals Girls High School Flag Football Game of the Week. Mountain Ridge will travel to Red Mountain. That is Wednesday, October 15th at 6 p.m. here on Arizona's Family Sports. And, of course, streaming on azcardinals.com and the Arizona Cardinals YouTube channel. So back on the east side next week as we come to you here from Buckeye here on this Monday evening. Craig Riolu, AQ Shipley. Third quarter, minute and a half and counting to go. And a game in which Canyon View leads 10-7.
Much how the first half started, a defensive battle, not a ton of points, a lot of, hey, we're going to go three plays and punt. We're going to go 8 plays and punt. We're going to go 6 plays and punt, whatever it may be. But it seems to be a field position battle so far early in the second half throughout this third quarter. But again, we got an explosion of points in the second quarter. Hopefully the fourth gives us that same excitement.
Sine Holiday quarterbacking Verado already with 1 touchdown toss in the game. Stands in the pocket, winds up, throws near side, and it's incomplete. Looking for Romero, but some good coverage and some good defense by Tucker.
Kaylani Tucker playing center field basically. Right in the middle of the field, reads the eyes, good break, puts her left foot in the ground and just takes off across and makes an incredible pass breakup to avoid the big play.
1 interception this season for Tucker, but a good pass defense there, setting up 3rd and long for Verado. Romero motions to the right. Holiday looking right, throws over the middle. It's intercepted, picked off at the 40-yard line by Ryan Ast. Far side at the 10, at the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown, Canyon View.
I mean, did we mention she's a track star? Because she just showed why she's getting scholarship offers at track. Little pressure up the middle. She reads it, reacts, jumps in front of the ball, makes the play, and then nobody can catch her as she explodes for the 100-meter dash to cross the finish line for the touchdown.
That's the big play potential that Corey Beal was talking about earlier this week, AQ, and once the ball is in her hands, quote, fast as lightning. And we saw that right there on the 40-yard pick 6 for Canyon View. PAT up and good. Oh, excuse me, that is no good. It was wide to the left. And the score is 16-7 in favor of Canyon View.
Let's take a look at this replay of this interception again. Wobbly pass over the middle. She steps right in front of Romero, the playmaker for Verado, gets her hands on it, and just darts to the sideline, down the sideline, like she's running in the 28 Olympics.
Flag football in 2028, or perhaps track and field in 2028.
That's why I just tossed that alley-oop right up there. That's exactly where we're going. That's why you're seeing such an uptick in participation in flag football, men's and women's.
Final third quarter here from Verado. And on the strength of the Canyon View defense, 2 interceptions, including a pick 6. Canyon View leads 16-7.
Fourth quarter here in the West Valley, Canyon View holding the 16-7 lead. Versatility is something heavily valued in sports. We saw it right there with Ryan Ast, a track star that was able to take it to the house on a pick 6 in a girls flag football game. But versatility is also very appreciated in everyday life. Canyon View's Kaylani Tucker is a do-it-all senior on the field. She finished last year with 12 interceptions, a Cardinals All-Star nominee and first-team All-Conference selection. She's made a handful of defensive pass breakups earlier tonight. And off the field, she is the first student in the district to be named the Arizona State President for Future Business Leaders of America. And get this, Craig, she's also an Emmy winner for commercial production and was nominated for a 2025 Emmy for a sports story. How about that?
Wow, that's impressive. Congratulations to her. Doing it all.
It's incredible. Absolutely incredible. You love to see kids in high school have enough initiative to go and do something early, right? Like, you love to see whenever there's somebody in high school that creates their own business or goes and does what she does and literally is winning an Emmy. That's incredible.
One more Emmy than I have.
Yeah, one more than me too.
Verado football staring at a 3rd and 5 here from their own 15-yard line, trailing 16-7. Holiday hands it off and trying to elude the defense in the backfield, and unsuccessful at that is Jayla Sisson. Great defense by Canyon View coming into the backfield, Martha Caberlumine, and that was impressive.
Backed up at their own 10 or inside their own 10 and way too conservative. Down points right now. We are down 9 if you are the Verado Vipers, so we have to get going, and they are choosing to be conservative and punt this away.
It's going to set up Canyon View with excellent field position. The punt is fielded by Fonseca. Runs down the right sideline for a decent return. As get a look at Verado head coach Terry Barnes. His team trailing 16-7 as he paces the sideline, now hoping for his defense to make a play.
Interesting move. Fourth quarter, down 9. Handing the ball off on 3rd, not trying to get into 4th and manageable to try and maybe go for it.
From the 28-yard line, freshman Natalie Lang stays in the game. Her pass attempt looking for Ast is incomplete.
Completely different focal point once the second half started. It's not Richardson anymore. It seems to be Ast. They must have liked what they've seen in the end of the first half as they got her the ball numerous times on that last drive, and now she has become the focal point.
Second down, Lang with time, moves right, looking, dumps it short. The pass is caught at the 25-yard line. Odom with the reception and the short pickup. Nothing open deep. Hey, check it down.
Touchdown, check down. Great mentality right now. That's an absolutely brilliant play. You can't try and force something. You have the lead. Let's take it one play at a time, and if nothing's there, let's just check it down.
3rd and short. Need to get to the 20-yard line. Back to pass. Lang steps up, dumps it short, checks it, and the pass is caught by Odom, but shy of the 20-yard line. The official right there saying no, flag pulled shy of the first down marker.
Let's take a look at this replay. Unbelievable job. Great blocking. Just shifts left, moves up, steps in the pocket, almost gets her flat. What a one-handed catch by Odom. Incredible, incredible one-handed catch.
4th and short. Here's Lang, pressured, slides left, gonna run it. Clears the 20, that's a first down. Oh, wait a second. And we got a collision at the 19-yard line, and a hard collision. That is Madison Kessel.
That was gnarly.
Ooh, friendly fire on there. Colliding with Lakeisha Guzman.
How tough are these girls? I mean, that was unbelievable. That was a shot that she just took running into the leg of her teammate, and she is going to get up shortly. I think it might be just wind knocked out, hopefully.
Training staff over to check her out, but sitting up, which is a good sign. And hopefully it was just the fact that she got the wind knocked out of her, but a big collision here. We talk about it's not tackle, but it is still every bit as physical, especially with how these girls play.
Absolutely. I mean, I think any sport, period, whether it's soccer, whether it's lacrosse, whether it's football, I mean, they all have their moments of some physical moments. And right there, clear physical, friendly fire, taking out one of your own teammates, but she gets up and she walks off on her own power. She clearly is in some pain, but hopefully nothing serious.
Hope to see her back on the field shortly after she gets attended to. Meanwhile, the play resulted in a first down for Canyon View. So with the ball spotted just inside the 20, it's 1st and goal for Canyonville View as we play here with 9 minutes to go in the game. Lang eludes the rush, dumps it short. Odom makes the catch, middle of the field, and she gets to the line of scrimmage and maybe a yard more than that, as Verado providing the pressure here in this 4th quarter.
They are rushing the quarterback. Again, they continue to, for Canyon View, have 2 up-backs as their blockers. Right there got split. You cannot let them split you because you can't use your hands, so you have to get hip to hip and create that moment. But Lang does a nice job recognizing that they're split, about to get her flag, and she just dumps it off to her up-back.
From the 18-yard line, 2nd and goal. Another short toss to Odom at the 15. Excuse me, that is, yeah, to Odom. Gain of 3. More importantly, though, AQ, that clock is winding down.
That clock is. This is their version of 4-minute offense. It's their version of running the football, dink and dunk, get a couple yards. Let's just keep burning and churning the clock. And right now, it'll be very interesting to see what they do, if they continue to do that or if they take a shot at the end zone, because they are now inside the 15-yard line.
It's already a 2-score lead here for Canyon View. Third and goal, ball just inside the 14. Lang throwing deep, end zone, receiver there, caught, touchdown, Canyon View. Jada White all by herself pulls it in for the 15-yard reception.
Exactly like I thought they were going to do. Dink and dunk, get inside the 15, take a shot. That's exactly what they did. She just throws it up to her tall receiver and lets her go make a play. What a catch by Jada White. All alone, beats her man or woman, and gets all the way around and goes up and high points the ball.
PAT Razzie Baker. It is up. And it is good. Canyon View extends its lead on the second touchdown toss by the freshman quarterback, Natalie Lang. And Canyon View leads 23-7. Trailing 7-3 late in the second quarter, Canyon View has scored 3 straight touchdowns. First on offense, then on defense. A 40-yard pick six by Ryan Ast. And then moments ago, freshman quarterback Natalie Lang, her second touchdown toss, this one to a wide open Jada Whites. And Canyon View is in front 23-7 as we play with 7:38 to go here in this fourth quarter. The rivalry between Canyon View and Verado, schools separated by just 4 miles, and it has been, in girls flag football, a one-sided rivalry. Canyon View has had the edge. Verado, though, looking to get back in this ball game as Holiday's pass deep down the middle falls incomplete. But for this Canyon View team, AQ, the defense and offense playing big in the second half.
Yeah, we were concerned, right, in the third quarter as there wasn't a ton of points being scored. And just like the first half, once the fourth quarter hit, just like the second quarter hit, offense started to come alive. Obviously, there was the pick six, which gives you some points, and then you get a touchdown, too, to take a commanding lead now.
Holiday steps up in the pocket. She'll run. Still with it, and then the flag pulled as she gets near the 25-yard line. Tackle by Richardson.
All running does right now is make that clock run, and she is trying to find someone downfield. The problem is they're only keeping one person in protection, so she is under pressure quite often. Now there's nobody in the backfield. We're trying to get people out on routes, but we need some protection because they are rushing and they are coming with a vengeance.
Tight formation.
There it is.
Two-person rush. Here's a pass wide open. It is caught by Romero and gets up to the 45-yard line. That is what Verado needs. Chunk plays, explosive plays here in this fourth quarter.
That's exactly right. They come after her. They bring 2 in pressure and blown coverage as she gets wide open down the field.
Excuse me, that is Allison Rospierski on the reception and the catch and run. Setting up first down. Here's pass complete over the middle. Bryn Wilt, sophomore center.
Bryn makes a play over the middle right there. But again, these short passes, all it's doing is it's making the clock run down. But now we're under 6 minutes. Have to get points in a hurry and have to get them quick.
Bryn, the center, she snaps and then runs a route. Here's Holiday, dumps it short, pass is caught, but immediately the flag pull, another short gain. Bailey Smalls comes up with the reception.
this has to be part of Canyon View's plan right now. They are rushing to every single time because there's no one in protection in the backfield. Obviously, there's no offensive lineman, and when you don't keep anybody back in the backfield to block, it's just free runners. It's just free runners. She has to get the ball out before the rushers get there, which are mostly short routes.
3rd and 4, quarterback draw. Holiday runs for the first down. Will give Verado a fresh set of downs, but again, that clock now inside of 5 minutes.
How cool was that? Again, you got 2 wide rushers, and she just says, you know what? I'm going to take this and just run right up the middle. Hard play for that defensive end to make to get the flag as she is rolling down the middle like a freight train.
Split the defense for the first down. Holiday now looks to throw, pressure, dumps it short. It's to Wilt, the center. And that's a decent gain to the 30-31 yard line.
Bryn Wilt again with another catch. We keep talking about it. The center is basically the tight end when you're playing 11-on-11 football. Snap and then go run a route. And often she gets lost because she's snapping the ball you're not really accounting for, and then she makes a move and she's wide open.
2nd and 11 here for Verado. Pass play, screen to the near side. The pass is caught. That is Rospierski with the reception. But not much there. In fact, maybe even a loss.
Canyon View is playing bend but don't break defense. They are keeping everything in front. They're dropping everybody back. We're making sure nobody gets over the top of the defense. Keep everything in front of you. And here we go. We got Verado, got 3 receivers out to the right now. Watch, here is the time where they're going to try a chunk play.
Need to get to the 20-yard line. Holiday gets sacked. Flag pulled in the backfield. And guess who? It is Martha Cabralumene, her 3rd sack of the season.
That is the pass rusher that the coaches told us to watch out for. Incredible speed. She dipped the corner like she was Myles Garrett right there. They have the 2 blockers in. I kept talking about it. They need to keep the 2 blockers in. But if you keep 2 blockers in, we got to get the blocks right there. Not able to stay in front of her. She dips around the corner and gets a flag for the sack.
Stops the clock as Verado calls a timeout with 3:12 to go, and that's what you like to see. Is sometimes you don't get home early in games, but your meaningful sacks, are you getting those late in games, getting that offense off the field? But quick pressure by Martha, pulling the flag, and a huge play for this Canyon View defense because now Verado's staring at a 4th and long.
Absolutely, and that was a critical moment because they were dinking and dunking. They made a couple big plays. Now they got themselves in scoring range, and right as soon as they get into scoring range, you get the big play going backwards.
Could be the game here for Verado if they do not convert. No guarantee they get another opportunity to possess the football. Here's Holiday throwing downfield. The pass is caught at the 25-yard line and stopped there. It is short of the 20, however, and a turnover on downs as Romero makes a tough catch, but not enough for a first down.
That was a great throw and a great catch. But again, you have to know where the sticks are. You have to know where you have to get to for the first down, and you cannot throw it short of that because it's exactly what Canyon View was doing. They were keeping everything in front, and as soon as the ball was thrown, they charge up, make the play as soon as she makes the catch, and they're short of the first down, turnover on downs.
That is the 3rd turnover on downs this half by Verado. Canyon View with the freshman quarterback, Natalie Lang. Her pass just out of the reach of Ryan Ast.
Almost a disaster right there, Craig, because she overthrew that as Ast was going from left to right as she bends around on the out route, and she overthrows her. DB sitting right there, almost comes back up underneath. That could have been an interception going the other way. That's the play that Verado needs.
2nd down, Lang throws it over the middle. A pass is caught this time by Ryan Ash. She maintains the footing past the 40 for a first down, and that will stop the clock. So they reset, but a great pitch and catch by Canyon View to get the first down.
Ryan Ast is making her case for player of the game. Again, the last drive of the first half and into the second half, she has been spectacular.
Verado running out of time here, trailing 23-7. Lang moves near side, pass incomplete, looking for Richardson, but Wilt getting her hand in there to knock the ball out as we hit the 2-minute warning here from Verado. Canyon View has led this entire half. They scored with 1 second to go in the second quarter to retake the lead, and they have scored twice here in the second half, including a 40-yard pick six by Ryan Ast. Now Canyon View looking to finish it off as, again, Lang hooks up with Ast near the midfield stripe. Gain of 8 on the play.
There she goes again. She has been the focal point. Richardson, star of the first half. Ast, star of the second half. They continue to get her the ball, but let me tell you, when she gets the ball in her hands and starts to run, I mean, it is lightning in a bottle.
She snaps that football and then runs the route, and she has been the target of Natalie Lang much of this second half. They look her direction again, and this time past defense, getting a hand in the lane. Madison Kessel, good to see her back on the field after she was shaken up earlier in the quarter.
What grit by Kessel. She almost just flipped this game upside down because that could have been pick six going the other way. What anticipation to jump in front of that route. Again, that route by Ast, and she jumps in front of it, and I think she's starting to get a little beat on what Canyon View's trying to do.
Defensive play stops the clock with 1:31. Kessel hands on her knees, probably still feeling the effects of the collision with her teammate earlier in the quarter. 3rd and 11 for Canyon View. Lang looking, got time, gonna wind up, throw deep, right side, it's underthrown, and it is intercepted. Picked off by Verado. Allison Rospierski, the senior safety, comes up with the huge takeaway.
Rospierski tracks the ball, gets underneath it, goes up, high points the ball, catches it at the top. Unbelievable interception by Rospierski.
First turnover of the game for Canyon View, and it does give Verado now an opportunity here with 1:23 to go and 2 timeouts, trailing 23-7. An opportunity here. We'll see what happens. Sine Holiday running the show for Verado. Holiday with time, throws deep, got a receiver wide open, it's caught at the 35-yard line is where Smalls is brought down. And that big play, they're gonna say she is stopped at the 39, but a big play on the first play of the possession.
No risk it, no biscuit, like my old coach Bruce Arians used to say. Let's go 80 protection, all go. Everybody run go routes. That's exactly what happened. Great pass, great catch by Smalls.
They're gonna go deep again. Over the shoulder catch, no, cannot come down with it. Romero had her fingertips on it, just a little bit too long.
Why just call it once? Let's call it again. And guess what? I bet on this next play, they're gonna call it again. Unbelievable. They're just gonna start throwing shots. They might have waited too long to get going right now on these chunk plays. They've been dinking, they've been dunking, but hey, let's send them deep right now and throw the go ball.
2nd down. Holiday gonna wind up, no one open, she runs, got some space. Still with it, 30, far side 25-yard line before she is stopped. Hey, keep running until you hear that whistle.
Sine Holiday, your former wide receiver, moved to quarterback. You can see why she was so good at wide receiver. She loves to run the ball. She pulls it down. And when she gets in the open field, she is elusive.
Clock is running inside of a minute, 3rd and 5. But time wasting here for Verado. Holiday feeling the heat, gets it off, throws towards the end zone, and it's just out of the reach of her intended receiver. Looking once again for Romero. 37 seconds left.
Keep running the same play. They keep running it, keep running it. That time to Romero, sometimes it's to Smalls, but again, we're just sending go routes. We have to get chunk plays, explosive plays down the field because we are running out of time. 37 seconds left and down by 16.
4th down. 5 yards for a first down, 25 yards for a touchdown. Here's Holiday throwing underneath. Ball is caught and immediately flag pulled at the 19-yard line. Rozbierski makes the catch for the first down. That will stop the clock momentarily. 26 seconds remain here.
That ball was behind Rozbierski. What an adjustment to make that catch. That was incredible by Rozbierski, and to have enough wherewithal to get up the field and get the first down.
Ball spotted at the 18-yard line. Now Canyon View is going to burn a timeout. Their first of the half. Likely a defensive reset here for head coach Corey Beal. But right now, with the clock where it's at and Canyon View's lead at 16, you need 2 scores. And time right now not on the side of the Verado Vipers.
No, I'm not sure there's enough time to get as many points as they need, but love the grit, love the valiant effort, love them fight until the very last whistle. And this has been an exciting game, Craig. This really has. And I'm doing some advanced recon because I got my daughter signed up starting in December, and I'm coaching her flag football team, and I'm pretty sure I figured out what good offense I like. And I'm telling you, it's 2 backs in the backfield to block. We got to keep our hands behind our back, but we need 2. We got to create a wall. I like that.
You just like the fact that the center hikes the ball and then is eligible to receive the pass.
It's more than I'm jealous.
After the timeout by Canyon View, 1st and goal. Here's Holiday, gonna throw underneath. Ball is caught at the 10-yard line. Romero makes the grab. Flag pulled, clock moving. Verado has 2 timeouts, and now they elect to call their 2nd timeout with 10 seconds remain. And running out of time is Verado.
Yes, they are. The crowd's not happy. They want 5 seconds put back on the clock. They really do. They think the clock operator might have let a couple extra ticks tick off that clock, but 10 seconds, down 16. Tough sledding right now.
At this point, if you're Verado here, you're coming off a win last game, beating Carl Hayden Community, and now it's, okay, can you finish strong and hopefully build on what you showed here late in this 4th quarter going into your next game? Because as you pointed out, they didn't quit. Down 23-7, they get the big interception, and now the offense on the move.
Absolutely. This is exactly what you want. You want to see your team fight till the very end. You want to see them fight until the very last whistle. And if somehow they can come away with a touchdown, unbelievable way to end this game.
10 seconds to go. 2nd down. Ball tossed into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ari Richardson, and that is going to seal it.
Richardson, the star of the first half. How else would this game end? Interception, goes back to the star of the first half. She recognizes it, sees the overthrow, makes the play in the end zone. She just made it very, very hard on our decision to be the player of this game.
Hey, Q, that's why they pay you the big bucks.
Ooh.
Jada White, Ryan Ast, Ari Richardson. Who you got?
For me,
toughest decision you've had all day.
I'm just going off my gut, and I'm going to go, and I think that interception right there solidified it for me. I think it's got to be Ari Richardson. She was the most electric player on the field in the first half. I watched her, and she looked like she was moving at a different pace than everybody else. And then to solidify with that interception right there, that's my player of the game.
I agree wholeheartedly with you. Ari Richardson, a senior, doing it on offense and defense. We will hear from her after we take a timeout. Canyon View comes up with the win on the road, beating Verado 23-7, their 2nd straight victory.
Arizona Cardinals Girls High School Flag Football Game of the Week is proudly sponsored by State Farm and SeatGeek.
Canyon View, the victors in the War of the White Pink Mountain. I'm here with our player of the game through all 4 quarters. She absolutely balled out. Ari Richardson. Ari, congratulations on the victory. First off, I know how personal this rivalry is between these two teams. Only 4 miles apart. How does that make this that much sweeter?
Yes, we've been looking forward to this game all season, so it's like a lot of competitiveness against us too, so it's fun.
You were a clear focal point in this game, which is why you are the recipient of this High School Player of the Week award. In this game, especially in that first half, with a few seconds left on the clock, you made a ridiculous reception. When you see the ball flying through the air, what's going through your mind?
High point it, just catch the ball. Can't score without the ball, so.
And it seemed like throughout the second half, the versatility of this team started to showcase a little bit. Ryan Ass with the pick 6, take it to the house. You start to see Jada White balling out all throughout the game. How do all your games complement each other?
I would just say we hold each other accountable and we just give it our all every play, so.
Last one here, as you start to get this victory, I know that conference play is going to continue to ramp up a little bit. How can you use the momentum from this to continue on and try to defend your title as 5A state champions?
Watch film, capitalize on our mistakes, and continue to do better.
AQ, you called her the player of the game from the jump, and that's exactly what happened. Craig, AQ, back up to you guys.
Appreciate that, Zach. Yes, congratulations to Ari Richardson. A touchdown catch in the first half, a game-sealing interception in the second half, but the senior doing it on both sides of the line of scrimmage. This was how the first half ended with 1 second to go. Not only the great catch, AQ, but eluding the defenders 15 yards into the end zone.
I mean, that was unbelievable. At the very end of that play, you see her send her hips forward. She keeps her hips back. That flag probably gets pulled. Time runs out. No touchdown right there. Has enough awareness to get her hips forward, drag that back foot, and go into the end zone. Incredible play.
Coming into tonight's game, your leading receiver and your leading tackler. Talking about Ari Richardson, the senior, our player of the game. Again, doing it on offense and defense, and it was the defense really for this Canyon View team. 3 interceptions, including the pick 6 by Ryan Ast.
Yeah, really good play by Ryan Ast on the pick 6. Obviously, she probably was the MVP of the second half. You got Richardson, the MVP of the first half, but then Richardson solidifies the night on the pick at the end of the game.
Canyon View picking up its 3rd win of the season, 2nd in a row as they improve to 3-4. They hand Verado a 23-7 loss here on Monday nights. Until next week, this has been the Cardinals Girls High School Flag Football Game of the Week presented by State Farm.